Well, good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome back to As the Coffee Brews. After we've had the last couple weeks off, your humble host here decided to treat himself and his family to a couple weeks of vacation.
Good for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Because you're back to
Welcome back.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to head out to Denver for a conference. From Denver, I went to Pensacola, Florida, to see my eldest kid graduate in progress through the Navy. Drove back up to Michigan for some camping in the great up north, and now I'm back to Port Huron, where I love to be, talking with fellow business folks and community leaders. I'm always excited to be co-hosted. Is that a word?
It is today.
Co-hosted.
You're still on vacation high.
Exactly. Co-hosted by and with the great Joe Vandervest over here.
How are you? Good morning. For those of you who don't know, I'm with Campbell Tech Solutions. We provide concierge IT support for small businesses in the area. And I haven't co-hosted in a while, so I'm a little rusty, but we'll try to field some good questions so that I can keep up my reputation here.
You'll do just fine as
Asking
always.
the hard ones.
Good morning to Gordon chiming in there already. Appreciate seeing you here this morning. And Erica DeLang is joining us from the Marine City Area Chamber of Commerce. Good morning as always. Hey, I am excited to chat with our special guest today, my good friend Bonnie, who is going to tell us more than we even knew we wanted to know about what's happening at our neighbor over nearby at St. Clair County Community College, affectionately and more commonly known as simply SC4. Bonnie, welcome to As the Coffee Brews.
Thank you.
Is the coffee to your liking so far?
It's fabulous. Thank you.
Bonnie, we've had the opportunity to become pals over the last couple years in your support and SC4's support of the entrepreneurial community, really the being part of the entrepreneur ecosystem in the Blue Water area, right? And so that's how I've had the pleasure and good fortune to become pals, right?
Right.
And so maybe though we could back up a little bit for our audience and talk, before we talk about SC4, let's find out about how you came to join the team over at SC4 and really what is your role there?
Okay. Again, thank you for having me today. I've been at the college for 30 years and went away to college and wanted to come back to the area. I'm a lifelong resident of Marysville, and I love our community and have a lot of wonderful ties to it. So I applied at the college and I started as a word processing production specialist. So that meant I typed all day long letters and memos for 7 directors. And so from there, it changed and went into many other roles in student services, community, workforce training was a big item for me. And recently, I'm the director of community and alumni relations.
Which means
I go out to the community and I attend events. And just like here, coming to the ribbon cuttings and knowing what's happening in the community and spreading the good word of SC4. Yeah. And there's always so much happening, and it's important for the community to know what we're doing.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, being a downtown business here at the Roost, which is our co-working space at the south side. Bonnie, did you know, a little bit of trivia, this corner right outside this window is the southernmost western corner of downtown, the downtown boundary.
Really?
So the Roost holds up the south side of downtown. And one of our newest neighbors, though, in downtown Port Huron is SC4's the dorm.
Right.
Yeah, so
right.
How has that, first of all, why was that decision made? And, rewinding back, I don't know, was it 20 years ago that I was walking the campus myself as a student at SC4, never would have dreamed that there would be a dorm there, I can tell you. And so how was that decision made and the support, I think, with the Community Foundation to bring that to life?
Right. It has been talked about for years. I've always heard stories, hey, we're going to get housing. But with the vision of Dr. Snyder, we made it happen. And it has been wonderful. The downtown merchants see the students coming in their stores, their restaurants. It's a win-win. The housing unit is full and has been full for maybe 3-4 weeks. So it has been a great community effort. There was a lot of people and the Community Foundation that made that happen. We have students from 3 countries in housing. We have 14 counties covered, and I believe it's 2 or 3 different states. So we have a lot of interest for housing. And so who knows what will happen next, but it has been a win-win for the community.
How many residents are there?
Last year, it does deviate. Last year, I believe there was 80. This year, there's 72. And that depends on if there's more students that want private rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of deviates that way. But Nathaniel is the manager of housing and has done a wonderful job with the first year in practice. So yeah, it's been great.
This is another shot at you naysayers out there in the community. When rewind a decade, and when the lofts downtown started coming back to life, and some people would say nobody's going to move back to downtown. They cannot build those lofts quick enough. I mean, they're just fill up as fast as Larry Jones and others can build the things, right? And so to hear you say, about the housing being full. I remember when the deal was happening to turn what was that motel into the student housing, and you heard some people say, no students are going to live there and get SC4, and yet it's full. So another example of the resurgence, the renaissance.
That's a lot of residents put right now.
That is a lot.
It really is. Yeah,
really
and their parents come down and visit them. It just brings more activity to the downtown area.
It's real positive.
And with that, enrollment is up. We're happy to say that. In the declining market with declining numbers in high school students, enrollment is up.
That is awesome.
It might be slightly, but it's up, and so we are proud of that.
We'll take
That's
a
great.
positive.
So and classes start next Monday, the 19th.
Okay, back to school.
So there might still be time to come to SC4. If you are interested, come on and give us a call.
Do you know which program is getting the most growth?
Boy, that's a good question, Joe.
Okay.
My guess might be nursing or allied health programs, which leads us into the next area. Our opening of our health sciences building is coming up on Friday, September 27th at noon. We will have a ribbon cutting and tours of the building. This is open to the community, and this will allow SC4 to have more programs in the allied health area. With aging population, we see this as a growth area and pretty excited about it. So, so please join us on September 27th at noon.
So the facilities at SC4 on the campus continue to grow and make really enrich the experiences for the students and the faculty, of course.
Right. Yes. Dr. Snyder is big onto making things happen, not just talking about them, but maximizing student growth and community relations. So,
one of the newer buildings that seems like forever ago, but just 2 years ago, the Field House opened, and Blue Water Startups and Entrepreneurs, our first startup school that we held there.
That's
I think it was the first one, not the first thing to happen there, but the first event or first conference, I should say. In the beautiful building. And so, how's that been going?
Oh my gosh,
you're hosting.
The Field House is beautiful. It's open to the community if anyone wants to come in and check it out. We have been able to secure the national tournament for women's basketball for the next 3 years, which is huge. That means 16 teams from across the nation will be here in Port Huron for 3 days in the end of March, visiting our restaurants, hopefully filling up all the hotel rooms. So this is a great endeavor, and it took all the community, including the city manager and Thelma, of course, with the chamber and many others, the convention center, to come together to make that happen.
Of course.
So that's great.
So half of Blue Water Startups and Entrepreneurs, first startup school, half of the day was held in the field house.
Mm-hmm.
The other half of the day we were across the street in the Fine Arts
Mm-hmm.
Theater,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a great place for concerts.
Right. So we have starting in September, we have noon and 7 p.m. concerts. And one of them that I noticed was Devin Skillian from the Muse
From Detroit
will
News.
be coming up to Port Huron and with his band. So we have a lot of those activities going on, and you can find more about that at se4.edu.
And is that where people get tickets as well online, or do they go to?
You know what? Go online. Most of the time, we don't have tickets.
Oh,
and
just
this
show
is
up
free. You can just
awesome.
show up. It's noon and 7 p.m. So we have a lot of activities scheduled for the fall.
That is awesome. What? Tell me about what's the community trip all about?
Well, that was another vision of Dr. Snyder's, and she said, let's do some more community trips. We used to do these in the past. And so our next one is Saturday, October 12th, going to Stratford to see the Merry Wives of Windsor. So if you know anyone that's interested, we hope to fill up the bus again. This is our 4th trip, and they are greatly received by the community. There's a lot of people that want to go to Stratford,
Sure.
but can't drive that far. So it's a great.
It is a trip,
It's great.
And how many people usually go on a trip like this? Are gonna be a few
You know
dozen?
what? Usually around 40.
Wow.
Around 40. Valerie Hosty is the coordinator, and she's done a great job making that happen. So it's a great day. I've been fortunate to go on the last one to Stratford, and it's a great day.
Awesome.
So yeah, pretty happy.
Bonnie, what you have a favor to ask of alumni, SC4 alumni, right?
Yes.
Let's get that out of the way.
Okay,
Now. Let's make
so-
a recruiting effort here. Let's face the camera. Let's look,
All right.
look right in the camera here, and let's talk to you. If you are alumni of SC4, really for any length of time, not necessarily having.
If you took a class and completed one class, you are considered alumni of SC4. And we are looking at doing success stories and profiles. So please get a hold of us at se4.edu. And I'd love to hear your story and collect that information. Thank you.
And you might even appear on a billboard.
That's true, or a bus. I think you might be my first alumni story, Matt.
I'd be happy to do it. I did enjoy my time there very much. So
Good.
just don't pull my transcripts.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Well, we have all gone through that.
That's great. What else do we need to cover here? What else is happening
you know,
at SC4?
I brought this little beanie. I was given this 2 weeks ago. And this is what was given to students in 1953. And I thought, isn't that cool? A cute little beanie. So Matt, I'm wondering if you'd like to try that on so we can get a picture.
It doesn't look like my size beanie here,
Oh,
but
Matt, that looks.
can't fit on my enormous head. I got to
You
tell
know,
you. But one thing that is interesting there, JC, a lot of people in the audience might not even understand, what does that mean?
Right. So for years and years, it was referred to as JC for junior college. And then that changed into St. Clair County Community College. So it's changed, and a lot of people still call us SC4, which we are, but we've had some change with our logo, and so now it's SC, but it's still the same wonderful community college in this area.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Bonnie, I appreciate you coming in here today to chat with us.
Thank you.
I think that most people in our viewing area, which is Earth, most local people, of course, know about the community college, but to know about all of the additional benefits and things that are happening, you've got free concerts, quality concerts happening. I'll tell you, where else can you go locally and see Devin Skillian, right? I believe he does. His country music is his niche, and I do have friends that have seen him live. You know, things like this that I think a lot of people don't realize are happening right here at the college and on the campus there. And the college continues to grow and serving, obviously, a vital need here in our community, and giving people the skills that they need to get out there and hopefully stay local.
Yes.
but add value in the workforce here these days. And so again, we love talking to you as always.
you.
I'm glad that you came
Thank you.
today. Always a pleasure, Joe.
Always. Thank you.
We're glad to be back on As the Coffee Brews. I can't remember who our host is next week, so you'll just have to tune in right here at the same time, same place. Hey, let's get another cup of this coffee, guys. What do you say?
Yes, sounds good.
I'm going to go ahead and hit the off button over here.
Oh my God.